Alright, today we're going to be learning the Moog Model D, and hopefully I can do my best to go through this and teach you how to use some of the oscillators and the mixer and modifiers, controllers and stuff like that. So this is what it sounds like, and I'll start you off with controllers. So you have your tuning, which will change the tune of your note. So I'll just do this real quick. With that, you have your down here, this is your modulation, and this will be the glide of your note. I haven't had it really work too well for me, but I believe both of these are for the modulation. So if I go to oscillation modulation, turn it on, or oscillator modulation, turn it on, then I have it on oscillator 3 control, so that'll be this controller here, and it's set to there. So when I do use my mod wheel, it should, down here, it should just go crazy to nothing. So let's increase it up to middle, and now let's try this again. And I believe glide affects this too, but I'm not really too sure. If you know in the comments section, let me know how glide works, because glide means other things and other synthesizers. So you have your noise, which I believe is connected to your noise oscillator here. So I'm not sure what this noise is here, but I can switch to my LFO, which is what we have to talk about next. Actually, the LFO is going to be very important, because let's do that. So it's not in this menu here, which is confusing. It's none of these top things here. It's actually in the menu. So you go here, you go to advanced, and you have your retrigger, your legato, and your polyphonic. So this is your LFO waveform. You have square and triangle. Let's go square. And then, do we want a polyphonic? I don't think we do, but polyphonic means that you can play chords. Legato is kind of like more smooth. It'd be tighter, I think. We'll stick to legato. We'll do the triangle. And then you have your modulation here, which I'm not going to mess with. This is for the mod wheel and velocity and aftertouch and things like that. That you can figure out on your own, if depending how you want your keyboard to sound. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to mess things up. So we're not going to do that. All right, so we basically covered this. Let's go to our oscillator bank. So you have your range, which is your octave. So I'll show you the octave right now. Form is not going to make a sound. It's just really low. So it'll make clicks. Okay, and then we'll go up high. We'll keep this down a notch. So you have that, and you have your waveforms. The part that took me a long time to figure out. You have your oscillator banks. This is your whole oscillator bank, right? Well, if I mess with this, it doesn't make a sound, like an additional sound. That's the reason. I'll show you the waveform. That'll probably be like sound. Is that this actually all connects over to the mixer. So this is technically this is all volume. So this is volume for oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 is on. This is volume for oscillator 2. Oscillator 2 is off. Oscillator 3 is off. So what I'll do is I'll turn on oscillator 2, and you should be able to hear it now. And that's at a 16. Let's move the octave up. Down. Get at 8. Yeah. We have that. And then we'll turn on oscillator 3, and this is where it kind of gets muddy. But you have your volume controls, so you can kind of like mess with it. So that's what we'll do. And I'll set this to a triangle wave, and it should sound something like this. Like that. And I'm not gonna mess with it really. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's go just one to a square wave. Let's see what happens. I think I'll double up on my saw though. Let's go to external input volume. This one's great. It kind of gives your sounds an oomph. So let's turn it on. Load's going crazy. You have your noise oscillator, which is right here, which is great. Noise. Let's get that nice. You can hear the noise. That to about there. Maybe. You have your filter modulation, which I think has something to do with the wheel here, but you have your keyboard controls, which is just I really don't know what it is, to tell you the truth. I've tried messing with this and I don't know what it does. Keyboard control on. So I've messed with that, and I can't figure out what that does, but your filter modulation on, and that messes with your modulation wheel. touch it, it'll move. Moving it, it's not automatic. I just have a keyboard attached. Okay, so here's your envelope. All of this is your envelope here. They're not going to tell you. They're going to call it your modifiers. So here are your modifiers. You have your cutoff frequency. Filter. Contour. So let's kind of put these up. Maybe I need to do that here. Okay. These just kind of control the frequency, I guess. Make an ambient sound, or for some reason make your bass sound like it was underwater, like mine. But there you go. There's that. Here's your attack time, your decay time, and your sustain time. So let's actually move this up a little here. Down. You know, maybe that's what these keyboard things are for. Let's mess with these all the way up. That does that, I guess. Alright, we're done with that. Let's mess with the loudness contour. I'd really want to know what... I don't know. Hold on. I think the keyboard control like messes with the sound. I think it's attached to these knobs here. Or my modulation wheel. That's what I think it does. It messes with they mess with the modulation wheel. Okay, so let's mess with it. So this is all modulation wheel dealy right here, which is cool. Modifiers. This is your true LFO. This is... So you have your attack. We'll put it all the way up. It's fading in. Then you have your decay. raise the volume. Something pretty bassy sounding now. Your modulation. Wacky stuff. I think that covers everything there. Then you have your looper, which is just you'll record some notes and then it'll play. So I'll just do this. Here we go. Oh, oops. Should play. And it just goes. You see? You can clear it. You can undo it. You can share it. I don't know why, but I mean, why not? Share it with someone. Overdub, I'm not sure what that does. Let's try it. I'm not sure what overdub does, but you could record it and save it, probably as a WAV file or something. I've never had it. I never used it, so I don't know. So there's that. You have your delay pedal, which is really fun. I'll turn it on. So you have to have your mix up. So we'll turn our mix to the middle. And I have to be careful because I can accidentally undo all my settings by a misclick. So I might use my finger for this. Your feedback. I just messed with the time. Pushing those down, it is good. Excuse my language. Just cool stuff going on. You have your bender, which is really fun. And I'm going to use my finger for this because I don't want to accidentally switch presets here. So you have to raise the mix. So we're going to raise the mix. And I set the rate up. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and turn off our delay for now. Pretty cool, right? Too about there. I've been messing with it and you can't even hear it. Let's start over. Let's go to 1 1 1. I have to turn it on, right? All right, so now you'll be able to hear it. wonder. I was like, what's going on here? Our depth up all the way depth. Right, let's lower the depth. Let's lower it to about 2. Let's see what happens. Raise our time to about halfway. Feedback crazy, but I don't think we'll do that. Finally figured it out, I guess. No, I knew how to use that. I just didn't have it on. Okay. You can rip in me in the comments if you want for that one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The ARP. Pretty easy. You just turn it on this time. And it'll play. You just hold down a note. Fourth, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. So we can go up higher. Runner type of stuff. You can really work with that. If you want to play nonsense, I guess. We'll stick to 1/8. You have your latch, so you can just set that and you'll play a note and it'll play. I'll play a different note afterwards. In tandem, sort of. And then you have key hold, which will play a note and then it'll keep playing the next note and the next note and the next note. I'll show you. Sequencer, pretty cool. You have your pattern up, down. I had it set to up. This I have to use my finger because it's kind of buggy. Yeah, latch will leave off, keyhold will leave off. Let's do 2 octaves so it makes sense. We have up, down, go up, down, up, down, up, down. You'll hear it. Down, down, down. You know, and then you have whatever this says. I can't really read it. We'll try to ordered. Okay. Cool. And then you have random, and it'll play random notes between your 2 octaves or 3 octaves. Let's go to 3 octaves. Length. That's basically done there. I'm not going to use that today. Play a little bit for you, but maybe I'll throw the delay on. Let's see. Really cool. Let's lower the time. Let's lower the time a bit. Let's use my finger to do this. It's quicker. Okay. Less time. time, so I'm not talking into the noise. It's very annoying when I'm editing videos. So this is what I've created. Let's save it. So save. I'll go ahead and turn on my keyboard. And we'll save this as heavy future bass. And we'll save it there. And I'm pretty sure I covered everything. I mean, you have your volume and you have your power off button. It'll just turn off your key bed. See, it's off. Now it's on. There you have it. You have that. And I didn't talk about these. You have your LFO rate. You can increase that. This is all for your modulation wheel. So let's turn glide on, turn decay on. With that. Okay, well, I think that covers everything, and just wanted to let you know. Thanks for tuning in. I hope some of this helps you create some presets. I know I went something more bassier, but you can always mess with your range and your other stuff, and then figure it out from there. Well, thanks for tuning in again, and make sure to follow and leave a like, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.